Hello everyone, this is Kyle Broder again. You may know me from Kyle's Critiques. I do movie reviews and I also do top five. And I've been doing these more recently. And my last one, the Les Mis one, was really well received. So I figured that I'd do another one, and I've been searching around for topics, and I found something that interested me. I haven't really gone into this, but if you could see by the shirt here, I am an enormous comic book fan. And what I want to focus on today is this is pretty going to be polarizing when I'm interested in seeing if I get some comments, which I'm pretty sure I will. This is my top 5 reasons that Marvel Comics is better than DC Comics. I'm excited. I'm really excited about this. I'll just say before anything is I love DC. I like DC as well. I'm not saying it's terrible, but I got some stuff for you to throw out there. Think about it, if you will. Let's start with the number one reason here. Let's go. Reason number 1. Okay, Superman. What do I mean that? What's wrong with Superman? Okay, well, there's a lot of things wrong with Superman. First off, the fact that, I have always, for the most part, and I've seen the Superman movies, and they're great, and, I'm looking forward to the Zack Snyder's The Man of Steel, and I'm excited about that. But if we're talking about as a character, all right, let's look at Superman. Real quick, let's look at him real quick. Okay. What is he really? He's a hero, right? Well, I always thought it's pretty easy to be a hero when you're a guy who comes from another planet, and suddenly, when you get under the beams of a yellow sun, you are freaking invulnerable. I mean, this guy literally, they had to, as the character grew more in years past, they had to add weaknesses to this guy because he was so powerful that he's a god. And you almost wondered, why would he even care about us? I mean, do we care when we step on an ant? I mean, this is how powerful they made Superman, to the point where it's ridiculous. I mean, he just destroys everything he faces. And, I know, you'll get the naysayers and the Superman fans who go, no, kryptonite. Oh, well, kryptonite, the substance of his dying homeworld, which there's 15 freaking pieces in all of the world, Now, are most of them owned by, Lex Luthor? Okay, fair enough. It's still one guy. Do you know what I'm saying? This is ridiculous. I mean, the only way they could even try and make this guy more likable is put him in this silly secret identity of Clark Kent, and I guess makes him more likable, but turns him into this kind of goofy, guy who basically nothing goes right for, and is in love with Lois, but he can't do it. He's just farm boy Clark Kent. Not really. He's the most indestructible, powerful man in the universe. Shocker! That's a wedding night surprise. Guess what? That's really up there, I think, with the girl being I'm a man. Honestly, of oh well, I have something to tell you. I'm actually an alien being from another world, and I'm pretty much indestructible. Can lift a planet. I can shoot fire beams from my eyes, freeze things with my breath, make tornadoes with my breath. I can do pretty much anything you want. I'm also really smart, and, I'm friends with billionaire Bruce Wayne. I'll tell you. So, that's my one reason. Just as a whole, a character, he's a Boy Scout. It's just not that interesting. It's become cool, but lacking compared to other characters in Marvel. Number 2 reason. Marvel movies are just better. They're just better, man. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. I know that the DC guys are coming out and go, oh, the Batmans. That's all you got? That's all you got. Because and really all you have is like the new Batmans. Now, I like the 1989 Batman, and I even like Batman Returns. But do they stand up to the test of time? Not really. You go back now and they look very campy. Even more so, the Superman movies from the 70s are ultra campy. Do you know what I mean? And then they make another Superman movie. The Superman Returns was god awful. I mean, other than the Batman movies, they cannot find a success in the movie industry for DC. They just can't do it. Green Lantern was a travesty. This is a character I always liked. I thought it was a cool character. But, once again, just destroyed it. Just took both hands, shook it around, and threw it against the wall. That's the mess they made of this movie. Recently, Marvel has just been on top of its game. I mean, starting with, even when you look back at the Spider-Man films with Tobey and the X-Men films, which I'm not a big fan of, they're still better than Green Lantern, man. I gotta tell you, I hate to say it, they're still better than Green Lantern. That's a bad movie. And they just can't compete. They're trying. I mean, supposedly a Justice League movie, but it's not looking good. It's not looking good. Every Marvel movie that comes out makes hundreds of millions of dollars and is a good film. DC's got the Batman movies. It's got the trilogy. That's it. If those movies don't exist, DC's in the ground as far as movies go. Number 3 reason. The writing. If you have time, just read some Marvel, man. Just pick some up, read it, page through it a little bit, and you will see what I'm talking about. The writing is just better. The characters have more depth. The stories are human stories. It's not just, they make more sense. I mean, there's a lot more there. I really believe. I mean, are there little examples in DC, and are there some great things DC has produced? Watchmen. So, I mean, and I know that's what people, DC fans are going to go, what about Watchmen? Okay, you got one. Congratulations. But some of the most famous, awesome storylines are in Marvel. Does DC have some? Yes. But you know where they are? Batman, of course. Because Batman's probably the best thing DC has ever produced. Easily the best thing they've ever produced. Reason number 4, more believable characters. The characters in DC are so bloody overpowered, and I'm sorry, anybody's a Marvel fan, anybody's a comic fan, you have got to admit this. I mean, you look at the Marvel DC crossover battles, and everyone's like, oh, so ridiculous the outcomes. Of course Wonder Woman beats Storm. Of course Lobo beats Wolverine. Of course Superboy beats Spider-Man. Well, okay, I agree. But that's because everyone in DC Universe is a fucking immortal. Literally every character they come up with. Oh, who do we got? Superman, basically an immortal. Lobo, basically an immortal. Wonder Woman, goddess. I mean, this is what they do. This is what they do, is create super powered, ridiculous characters. The Green Lantern's, his power, realize how crazy this is. His power is limited only by his imagination. That's how powerful the Green Lantern ring is. Only by his imagination. If you have a good imagination, they are fucked. Because you can do whatever you want with that frickin' ring. The last reason, wrapping it up, guys, is heart. Marvel just has more heart. The characters are more, you feel more in tune with them. Peter Parker is just a dork. He was just a dork who got powers. How can you not love that storyline? And there's so many more. You look at the X-Men and the things Stan Lee's saying about race and the people being treated different because they are different. So wrapping up, guys, that's what I got for you today. I hope you liked my top 5. I know I'm biased because, I am a Marvel fan, but I like it all. So tune in next time. I hope you enjoyed it. Kyle's Critiques. Look me up at Kyle Berter at YouTube. I'll see you guys next time.